The XRP ETF is being looked at by JP Morgan and BlackRock. We'll talk about it in this movie. And XRP will also be moving around in the Swift banking machine. Will it show up? Yes, I think I can show it to you in a video from now. We will also talk about that, and I have some great news about XRP and Ripple that you will love, so stay tuned for the whole video. If you like what you see in this movie, please like it. Also, if you haven't already, what are you doing? Let's sign up for it now, so check it out. Smart people are the only ones who will win. XRP is the real Bitcoin. I'll play this for you. There are some really good points in this 34-second clip. I agree that we haven't made the jump or this organization buying yet, so no, I agree. And I like to use the example of the Bank of Mitsubishi in Tokyo wanting to send 100 million US dollars to the office in New York and change the yen into US dollars. In Tokyo, you need 100 million yen, and in New York, you need $100 million. You're locking up 200 million in cash at the same time. The bank now has half of the cash available. That's a big deal. We haven't made that saw yet, though. It looks like it will happen. I think so. Okay, we get it. Doesn't it look like it's coming? I guess so. Okay, we know it's coming. There are banks that can't wait to use this. Now, some banks have wanted to slow this change down even more. With the move to a digital banking system, I think the bigger banks have more to lose than the smaller ones, right? With the use of crypto. The reason for this is that the world's biggest banks like Chase, HSBC, and Citibank follow all of these rules, right? That various banks pay them to keep money moving along their lines. That's just how things are. These medium-sized to small banks won't be able to afford all of this new equipment. Then what is the next best issue? This is where crypto and XRP come in. You can use them as a bridge asset to go between any foreign cash and a virtual currency. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the new money machine tokenized value on that new DLD device. It's also how all of us become very rich. That's how things will go. When Mario is in a full position, he breaks out. The scores for Ripple are huge, huge in XRP instead of seeing criminal warfare. Ripple was just given a first class in his fight with the SEC. The US courtroom agreed to speed up the final decision in the XRP case. This case, which has been going on for years, is now moving faster and will end faster. Along with that, Gary Gensler is leaving. Listen, I don't see this happening until Gary Gensler is long gone. There's no more to this. When it gets here, this case is useless. No, I get it. No pick or, the SEC and FTC. We're all done with this right now. We are starting a new page in the US, and it will be crypto season, which is great. Okay, we will no longer be able to go in and sign up or work with you. I was joking. Who are we going to compare ourselves to? That didn't work. That's the old machine. That system is being thrown away. What's up? I really felt right about going into 2025 with this new crypto-friendly management. I think that the use has been a little behind the speed with which the sector has become more open to digital assets and usage. You should know, though, that Republicans, who have been the most crypto-friendly part of the US government, now have all the power. They have a manager, residents, the Senate, and the president, so if they need something done, it will be done. Okay, let's see how fast they can finish it. And if the US can get back to being the leader in this new technology, we might be able to bring people back to the US who may have left because of how bad our jail system is. Let me play this. It's a sad fact that a US agency is giving you real-world examples of how to use tools that you can't sell in the US market. Still, the SEC is appealing because us companies are doing well, and you can tell they don't understand what the SEC is appealing. That being said, it's only fair to say that we don't need to fight that fight right now. We'll wait and see what happens. Focus on XRP right now, not as a safety net. That's not always what's being asked for. For those who have been around the gap and been following all of this, I think you already know that. But maybe for people, that kind of thing. You own some XRP but aren't following the play-by-play. Because XRP isn't a safety, it isn't always being pushed. The way they did business sales has something to do with it. I think that will all be cleaned up before you know it. Also, a lot of Republicans might watch Fox Business. Gary Gensler said that America came back 20 years. Let's watch this video and talk about it. The rules are getting cleaner, which is why I love what you're saying. And I think the reading stop of this was one of the issues for this market to just be believed because people weren't sure who was running it, who was reviewing it, and what the rules were. That's because the Biden government just threw a lot of rules at every organization about how to deal with climate change. Isn't that true? And companies had to follow all of these new rules. So They were busy with things that had to do with the environment. Then we're going to use this idea with virtual goods to make enforcement moves. Is it true that you don't even know what the rule is? Some of those topics really don't have anything on them. And out of the blue, an SEC report shuts down the markets. You know that Gary Gensler pushed America 20 years back? In terms of the digital asset banking system with strong cash, we're not even close to where we want to be. And just so you know, Gary Gensler is or was the head of the SEC. You already know he's stepping down. To tell you the truth, the SEC wouldn't make laws and rules. Congress is the one who does. I understand that Gary Gensler has brought America back. 20 years is a long time. I'd say some years, but also pointing the finger and saying that Gary Gensler is to blame for the lack of clarity in the crypto market. Without a doubt, it is no longer Gary Gensler's fault. Congress is there. They are the ones who need to give you rules. They want to work together to get that agreed upon and then make it law. I don't like how a few people in Congress make guns. You should blame everyone else. Please let us send a message through this. Yes, Gary Gensler did get worse. I don't think he did a single thing that was right for the market, but we need to take a look at ourselves. Moving forward is important, and we want to do it as a group. Then we might be in charge of this place again. Thank you very much. Trump is here right now. It really is going to open up a new technology for the US and fintech. Over the last 4 years, I've put my heart, soul, and way of life into this. And I promise that if you take the time to learn more about where Ripple is based around the world, you'll be ready for this new trade into the digital asset revolution. Man, they might be ready to do something a little crazy. Do something now. This is an old video clip, and I know I'll get some comments in the comment section today. If you think about it, that's all there is to it. You know I've seen it 100 times. Yes, I understand, but new people may be joining, and this is related to what we want to talk about today, which is XRP moving through the FAST device. Okay, let me play this first, and then we'll all figure out what I mean. It's more of a conversation about crypto replacing Swift. We knew ahead of time that you were going to say that it's no longer always about changing Swift. It's about making it better. Let's get some facts out of the way. The Swift was what I used to paint with. I worked for Swift for 20 years, so Swift is the blood that flows through my veins. I changed it to Swift 20 years ago, many years ago. Swift is blowing and Swift is moving through his body. My horrible made the sugar start to work here. Swift is the best messaging app for the finance business. It's used for things like payments, foreign exchange, changing terms and securities, and more. Not the reconciliations and a lot of other things we're looking for with crypto. Here's where Swift would have a store and a head system for most of its price deals. You need provider degree agreements that I will do something at a certain time. For the whole day, the payment shows up at a good time. Here we'll look at the new community styles that let you make changes to the budget right away and see who is making those changes.